what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
Hey, how you guys doing? My name's Heero. This is the Identity Booth. It's been a minute since I've been back, but I appreciate you guys being here. Like, share, subscribe, the whole thing. Let's get into this story real quick. We're going to be talking about some high schoolers graduating from high school. This is the topic. Some high school kids graduating from high school and how this white supremacy and this mindset of attack other people for being different is literally the only thing some people seem to be obsessed with. All right, so that's the notion of it. Let's get into it. Wait, I did the wrong one. Here we go. So let's hear this story out real quick, right? What happened? Oh, there it is. If I have to watch that ad again, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, no, I don't.
Happened to ever, and it struck a chord in them because it reminded them of bad situations they had as a minority at this school years ago. And so what I want to say to the administration is thank you for the work that you're doing, for the work that we've heard about over the last few days to try and build a more equitable and inclusive situation.
I feel very, very grateful because the principal and also Asheboro City Schools has agreed and is willing to be able to address this and not only make change for our family, but for other Latinx and African American communities so that this does not happen again.
Now to those diploma disputes. Outrage after two students weren't given their high school diplomas, both displaying Mexican flags during the ceremonies. Victor Okendo has the story.
This morning, North Carolina police are investigating violent threats against a North Carolina high school after a student was temporarily denied his diploma for wearing a Mexican flag over his gown during last week's graduation.
This is messed up, like, I did nothing wrong.
Police say the school has received at least 10 emails threatening violence. One saying, "I'm gonna shoot up this school if you don't give that young man his diploma." The threats all stemming from this moment. Ever Lopez seen at graduation with the Mexican flag.
It means everything to me. My whole family from over there, like, I did it for them because, like, they had a rough childhood, like, they didn't get to go to school like I did, I was basically doing it for my family.
Asheboro City School says Lopez was originally denied his diploma because he violated the dress code. In a statement, the school district says the incident is not about the Mexican flag, adding it supports our students' expressions of their heritage in the appropriate time and place.
It's important thing. There's an important fact that this story is leaving out. Upon looking at the dress code, I looked at the dress code prior to the update from 2021 on 6/1. There was no mention of dress codes for the uniform. All it stated is that you had to have undergarments under your gown. That was the only thing that they brought mention of.
This incident creating a firestorm on social media, and this weekend a similar situation playing out in San Antonio, Texas, where Ashley Saucedo was escorted out of her graduation Saturday after displaying a Mexican flag. Saucedo saying she hoped the flag would make her parents proud.
I believe, it's my opinion, if I would have had taken out a Texas flag, an American flag, the school would have taken it way differently.
And in Ever Lopez's case, the school district now says that his diploma has been available for pickup since Friday, adding that it never requested, expected, or required an apology from him. But Ever tells us a different story, saying that the principal asked him to apologize and that he just found out yesterday he could get his diploma. Guys?
All right, Victor, thank you.
The thing you have to realize about this story is it's still pointing to one of the biggest flaws in American culture, which is it's not welcoming of other people. This country is not really like it. There's other people here, but if they could figure out a way to keep other people from thinking it's okay to be here, they would do it. And it's kind of disturbing because you would be willing to do this type of thing to a kid on the proudest day of their achievement to date, graduating from public school, from high school. Like that's your crowning achievement right there, while dealing after dealing with the pandemic and still dealing with the pandemic, and it's this mindless self-indulgence to think that anyone cared about that flag. Like, let's do the thought experiment on this, right? Someone goes up there and is wearing their Mexican flag and gets their diploma. Who does that hurt? What happens there? Is the Mexican flag considered to be an enemy of America? If the answer is no, we do trade and export and import, and we even have military exercises with them. Sounds like a patriot to me. Let's push the thought experiment to its extreme. What if someone went up there with a swastika flag or a rebel flag? Would that be a problem? Yeah. Because those flags have direct association with violence. They are by design used to intimidate people. That would be a problem. So people who aren't comfortable having these conversations, you have to force them to have the conversation. And for the principal to make that last minute decision as he's walking up, because if you truly wanted to escort him out in advance, you could have sent someone to tell him that, hey, you have to take this off before you come up there. But for her to make the last minute decision, it just shows this barren wasteland type mindset that you don't belong here. And these are people in charge of teaching these kids, because they're not really. So a lot of these teachers in this situation, especially that principal, she's not interested in their education. She's interested in keeping them complacent and informed to be conformed to Western civilization as she sees fits. It's not about making people feel uncomfortable. It's about including people in these uncomfortable situations. Both these schools suffered from a situation which begs me to question, how do they feel when there's questions brought up about like things that America has done? Do they cower away from those things? It's just bad. It's just bad, like mojo. Like, it's just no good. Like, you don't help yourself at all in this situation, because once again, a thought experiment taken to an extreme, as long as that flag that is being flown doesn't hurt anybody, it will not hurt. So when Cinco de Mayo and National Hispanic Month comes up in that state, in that school, and all the teachers are talking about we are proud of our Mexican students and our Mexican heritage, they're going to be able to bring up this exact point in time in history and say, what about that one time when someone was graduating in their most important point in their life and you stripped their diploma away from them because they walked up with a flag? Were you being patriotic? Were you all about Mexican spirit then? Were you all about Latinx culture then? Like, you just give people free ammo to point at you and say you're a phony. You're not real. You're virtual. I want to say virtual, but it's virtue signaling is on 10. And that takes me back to a story where we did about the Gay Pride Month and all these fake companies pretending that they're down with the butt love, and it's not. They're not. They're not allies. And this is further proof of it. But I'd like to know what you guys think. What flag would you like to throw? Because, if I had to throw a flag, if I ever walk across another goddamn stage, not only am I doing a somersault double backflip, I will also be rocking that Nigerian flag as well. But what flag would you be rocking? And also, do you have a problem with this? Do you think that this was an issue? Do you think that this could be that could have been de-escalated? Or do you think like the uniformity of everyone being on the same page matters? When, once again, if you agree with that, I have to ask, do you also think like, line workers should all, what's the form of identification here? I'm interested to know you guys' perspective on this. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. That's the end of this segment. We'll talk about some more stuff. Subscribe to the channel. That's the thing you can do now. We got 1 sub. I need 5. If you have an Amazon Prime account or you're on Twitch, just hit the little sub button. If you want to link your channels together, it'll be a walkthrough on there. But we appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming through. Take care of yourself. Go get your shot.
but it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down